Chez Jodi. I'm Jodi. This is Brad.
Mm.
And Wesley will come back in a minute. We're going to show you two boys' haircuts today. Brad's hair is straight, and they both have a little bit of length, but Bradley's hair is very, very straight, and Wesley's hair is big curls, kind of wavy. So we'll show you both types, and let's get started. Ready, Brad? We're going to start with big clippers. Start with a big guard, and then you're going to work your way down. So I don't know how long his hair is exactly, so I'm going to start with a 6. I may wind up moving down to a 4. So that was with a 6, which is pretty big because he wears his hair fairly long. And I just went about just a little bit over his ears, going straight up and out, not curving in with the head, because he wears it long here, but we don't want it to look like there's a line, so it won't look like he has a bowl on his head. So we started with a big guard, a 6, and then we're going to work our way down to fade it in a little bit, but we wanted to start with the top because it's long. If it were short, like a military cut, I would start with the bottom and work my way up. So start with the top, work your way down. That was a 6, and now we're going to move to a 4. So here's the 4. Now we're going to go just slightly lower all the way around, over the ears right here, and then slightly lower all the way around. So we did the 6 up here, and then we did the 4 just here, and turn your head, baby, and here, just to kind of fade it in. Now we're just going to do a 2 just around the edges here, and right here, just to really fade it into the skin without having choppiness. So I'm going to do the 2 now. So if you have a little trimmer, use that, or a beard trimmer. If not, use your regular clippers. We're going to go around the perimeter. Please go back and watch my first video. It's my worst video. It's not very well edited, but it's really shows you all the little techniques, all the little tricks to go over ears, and in great detail explains a haircut. It's my military men's haircut, and it really explains every little detail, but I don't want to make all of my videos long, so I'm just going to show you how to do it on this one, and go back and watch the military haircut for exactly how I'm doing every little thing. So I'm going to go around the edge with the beard trimmer, or the little one. So now that you have the basic part that you're going to do with the clippers, have them wet it. You can lean them over the tub and just spray it and dry it off, or spray it with a water bottle. I like to wet it in the tub because it gets it nice and soaked. Okay, let's go get wet, babe. Okay, now his hair is nice and wet.
Ow!
You're okay. Let's squeeze it out. Comb it. Okay, we're going to start in the back and side area. We're going to blend that in so that he doesn't have a harsh line. So there's 2 ways to do that. If you're brave enough, do it this way. This is my favorite. You're going to hold it up with the comb. Turn here, baby. You're going to hold it up with the comb, and you're just going to take small snips along like this as you lift up. If you're not that brave, use your fingers. You're going to hold it out and just soften this line. You can see how, you can see shorter hair and longer hair, so we're going to just even that out a little bit. And then if you do the lift and cut, you don't need to do this part. But if you do it this way, you're going to want to go back in and just do little point cuts. This will help it lay soft and natural without having a bowl. If you have thinning shears, that will do the same thing. So I'm gonna lift and cut, but if you feel comfortable point cutting, that's fine too. Okay, hold still, baby. Okay, after you go around this area and blend this into where you did with the clippers, you work your way on up, going a 90-degree angle. Gonna go a 90-degree angle, just holding the hair up and rounding it. Just take off a tiny bit because it's however much you want to go around. There's a basic cut like that. I like to do a point cut. It makes it lay more naturally, which is just cutting with the tips of your scissors. So you're gonna do that 90 degrees all the way around the head. We'll do the front last and then we'll be done. So after you cut a 90-degree angle haircut, which is basically just straight up from the scalp all the way around, just take a little bit off. If you want it a little longer in the front, leave it longer in the front. I know some kids like the kind of like the long bang right now. All of that is fine. That's pretty self-explanatory. So if they're little, if they want a little boy haircut, you're just gonna start here and you're gonna trim this right above their eyebrows and really blunt cut this off, and they'll get them that classic little boy haircut. If they're a little older, you might want to thin it just a little bit throughout here by point cutting. Not make it such a harsh line, but if they're little, it's cute with a little harsh line. So with Brad, he had it short recently and he's growing it out. So his is kind of thinned out, but we're gonna make this a little more blunt. Just gonna comb it down. Start with the sideburns and just round it up towards the eyebrow.
Don't forget to shut your eyes.
Yeah, don't forget to shut your eyes. Keep combing to make sure it's nice and straight. So there we go. He's done, and we're gonna have him wash it twice. If they're really little, make sure you wash it twice. And if they are old enough to wash it themselves, remind them to wash it twice, maybe even 3 times if their hair's really thick. You want to get all those loose hairs out so it doesn't get in their bed. Okay, you're done, baby. Go shower. Okay, now on to Wesley. He has gorgeous hair. It is very, very, very thick, and it is curly-ish. It's a really big wave, kind of a big curl. So we're gonna do his pretty darn long, but we're gonna trim it up, get it, you know, trimmed up around his ears and the back and stuff. But he likes to wear it long and wavy. It's beautiful. Let's get started. So we're gonna start off by wetting his hair. So we're gonna take him to the bathtub and really get it wet, the whole thing, and we'll come back. Okay, after you get it nice and wet, towel dry it real good. Okay, now comb it out. Okay, now we're gonna start with the perimeter. We're gonna trim up to just below the hairline, maybe a centimeter below the hairline, which is here. So hold your finger right at the bottom of the hairline and then pull it down and cut right above. Straight across. That gives you a line. Now you can just pull everything down and you'll know where to cut. So right along the neckline. Pull it down, turn straight across. Okay, tilt your head down. Now you're gonna push it down and you're gonna trim right along the bottom and get all those little wispies. Put the scissors right against the skin as you comb down so you don't miss any. Okay, now we're gonna do the same thing over the ears and the back right here behind the ears. So you're gonna pull it out, just cut right below your finger. Now you have a basic guide. Now you can just hold the scissors right along the skin. Now over the ear, you're going to want to hold it with your finger and kind of pull the ear down with this finger. You don't want to snip the ear, so cut above your finger and not below your finger. Because if you cut below your finger, you might cut their ear. So you're going to hold your finger down over the ear, pull your fingers down, and then cut above your finger so you know their ear is not in there. Now you're going to fold the ear down and same thing, cut right along the skin. Get all those little wispies. Okay, after you do the perimeter, you do the back first and then up and around the sides of the ears. We'll do the sideburns later. We're going to go, here, twist baby. We're going to hold our fingers at a slight diagonal here or here, depending on if you're left-handed or right-handed. A slight diagonal, and just kind of cut up and taper it up. Because this is shorter than you're going to want the top. You want to taper it up into a longer haircut so that it will be long on top. But this down here, it just gets long very quickly and shaggy. So we're going to just taper it up. Again, please go back to my military haircut. I'll show you all the little tricks that I'm for a basic haircut. With this one, I'm just going to quickly go through it. Okay, now that you've tapered the back up right here, you're just going to move your way up a little bit. Start in the back, move around one side and then around the other, and then we'll go to the top. Okay, now that we've gone around from the back through the sides here, now we're going to go up to the top. Now we're done with the tapering part. Now it's just going to be a 90-degree cut. So if they want it, you know, longer in the front or something, leave it longer in the front. But this was the part, these two parts were the ones we wanted tapered. So they were going at an angle. You're cutting at an angle away from the head. Now we're just going a 90-degree angle, pull it out from the scalp and trim it. Again, point cut if you want it to look more natural. And then if you have thinning shears for hair like this, you're definitely going to want thinning shears. Pull it out, do 90 degree. Okay, now I've done this and throughout here. Now we're going to do the front. So you're going to pull the sideburns down and snip straight across wherever you would like them. And then for the front, you're going to pull it down and just pull it down right about their cheekbone here, right below their eye, because if it is curly, it's going to bump up. If you cut it too short, you're going to have hair up here when you want it long. So remember, hair bounces up very, very, very much so. So you're going to want to cut it longer, cut it below the eyes. and you're gonna wanna pull your fingers down, cut below your finger. Do not cut above your finger. It's gonna bounce up and be too sharp. So pull it down, like your hand is in their eye, and then point cut below your hand. And once it's dry, it'll bump up to right above their eyebrow. Okay, there you have it. He's all done. Go through, check, make sure you have, didn't miss pieces over their ear, around the neck. You can pull it out and check it and make sure everything's the same length that you want. And then have him shower, and don't forget to wash it at least twice, maybe 3 times. For Wesley, we are going to do one more step because his hair is so thick. You don't have to do this step, but we really like to. His hair is thicker than anyone I know. So we go through, and you can just hack through a few little pieces. That totally works. I like it to lay more naturally, so I go in and I go at an angle. 1, let some hair go, and then 2. And I do that throughout the hair. Okay, he's all set. He's gonna go shower and we'll show you it then. Okay, Wesley, can you turn around? Keep turning. Looks good, baby. Okay, can you turn around? Keep going. And there's the difference between an 8-year-old and a 10-year-old.